Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, I was reading a little message here on that popped up on my YouTube when I went live. They're always like adding new little features and stuff. So I have Canyon in this outfit. I got this outfit from Next a few months ago. I just love showing off his little bare midriff. Doesn't he look cute? So for those of you who are not aware, I did make a post on Instagram just so that people are familiar of what like counterfeits look like, the fake counterfeits, which dolls are being counterfeited the most. There's a lot of Joanna Cashmere Sack counterfeit dolls, you know, that are being counterfeited the most. So hang on just a second. Let me put this on the, I'm not even sure. I'm just going to put the phone like this for a second. Hang on a second. I don't like the position that I have the tripod in. I feel like it's not going to work this way. So let me just move this. I'll just leave that there for right now. And then I got to turn my tablet on. I forgot everything I needed to do. It's been a while. Okay. Let me go to my channel so I can, first of all, then I'll set up the tripod. Sorry about that. I also like the fact that I don't have to absolutely have to take a picture for the thumbnail on the live stream, which is kind of nice. Let me get my tablet on here. Okay, so let me just work this out a little bit, and then I'll talk a little bit about some counterfeits that you might want to look out for, that you're so that you're aware of what counterfeits are out there. One of the main artists that's being counterfeited quite often is Joanna Cashmere Sack, also Ping Lau, Cassie Brace dolls. Basically everybody has been everybody knows the notoriously how much counterfeiting has affected artists like Bonnie Brown, and Laura Lee Eagles is another one. There's that hideous Tobiah out there, and probably a few others. I'm not really liking him in this basket because it's kind of taking up space, but let me sort it. I thought I had the tripod the way I wanted it, but now as I'm looking at it, I'm not quite sure this is the way I want it. But let me see if the phone will stay right here. Sorry that I'm fidgeting around. We'll let some people stream in. Okay, so now he's up too far. So let me just, it's kind of far away, isn't it? I kind of moved things around a little bit. This is, let me figure something out here. I moved things around a little bit and now I'm not able to position this exactly the way I wanted. I'm thinking of just laying him flat, but let me see if I can fit that right there without it being disturbed. So let me just move him up. He'll be upside down a little bit. And then we'll change him. It's kind of a weird position for me to change him to because I'd have to be coming from this end. Let me move him up a little bit. I'm gonna have to figure out my tripod another time. It was completely impromptu, per usual. Oh, now he's not exactly in the frame. So there we go. That's a little bit better, right? A little bit better. I'm gonna change him out of this outfit because it has cooled down, and I just put him in this outfit without filming it or anything like that, and I really didn't take any pictures of him in it. But I want to try a bodysuit that I got, and it's not cold enough quite yet for like all the sweaters that I have to break out all my collection of sweaters. So let's just take his little pants off. But yeah, there's just some hideous counterfeits out there, which include the Tobiah by Laura Lee Eagles, Sandy by Joanna, which Joanna it was a really sad situation with Joanna. She was going to come out, you guys know Lulu, which is a very popular sculpt by Joanna. It was Lulu Asleep, and she was working on a Lulu Awake, and believe it or not, before she even had a chance to finish it and have the doll released, even before she could even send it, the counterfeit people in China made a Lulu Awake. They beat Joanna to the punch on her own creation, which is completely sad that that the artist would even get beat to the punch on their own creation, their own sculpt. They did a janky version of an Awake Lulu, which is really sad. So she didn't even get a chance. And then that made her decide, I'm not releasing it in silicone, I'm not releasing it in vinyl for people. So that was that. Let me check my tablet because I'm not looking at anybody's comments. Hello, welcome everyone. Lauren Reborn Silicone Babies. Hi, my little world. Yeah, so let me grab his outfit real quick. I'm just gonna put this where, oh wait, that doesn't work like that. Ooh, I don't like it small. Okay, so we're gonna try my best to read everything. He looks cute just like this, doesn't he? So if you guys want to know, I think I did a box opening with him. I'm not even sure if I did a video with a box opening. Did I? At this point, I don't even remember. You can follow on Instagram. Then you'll be able to see what artists I use, but I don't give that information out freely. I am one of those gatekeepers that doesn't like to give the information out freely because it never did me any good anyway. So I keep that information to myself now. Love it or leave it. At this point, I don't care. Hang on, I'm just grabbing some things and some outfits here. So yeah, so Joanna made that decision absolutely to not release the very popular Lulu. She decided not to release that Lulu after all because the counterfeit manufacturers, they beat her to the punch. I mean, that's how terrible the situation got. And you know, guys, I'm always going to talk about counterfeits here on this channel. I just feel like that along with, you know, raffling dolls and counterfeits and the amount of scammers that there are out there, it's kind of like, I get that the hobby is growing, and probably people felt when I came here in 2015 or 2016 is when I actually started a channel. People probably thought, oh gosh, all these new people, you know, these noobs. But there's the hobby is growing. There's way more people in it. But along with that, unfortunately, there's so many scams. There's so many scammers. And then there's always opportunists. There's people who come up with sob stories to try to get free dolls. Like the increase of that, like the rise of that, it's just risen. You know, people asking for free dolls, people having sob stories for free dolls or discounts, things like that. So I don't know, for what it's worth, it's still a very niche hobby, But for what it's worth, I don't know that if it's like a great thing that the hobbies, it's not mainstream at all. It's still not a mainstream hobby. Um, and if anything, that it has any kind of inkling of it being mainstream, it probably has to do with it. That contributes to why there's so many scams now. I don't buy on eBay anymore. I mean, for one, eBay allows way too many sales. They've welcomed the Chinese counterfeits, all the counterfeit dolls there. So they're not an ally to the Reborn community. They're not an ally to sculptors. So I found other ways to buy my dolls and to try to get something, as unique as possible, which was something that I always aimed for. It's kind of why I've moved away from vinyls, because vinyls are produced in like hundreds and hundreds of quantities, and I wanted to move away from that to silicone, because as far as silicone editions are, it's like way less than vinyls. But that's the way I want to collect. So everybody has their own way. I'm not saying one way is wrong. This way is right for me. So everybody has their way that they like to do things, and whichever way suits you the best, as long as it's not counterfeits that actually contribute to the increase in people being scammed, then I don't care which way, how you guys collect. But yes, I did make a post. I wanted to point out to people, hey, this is what the counterfeits look like. This is what one looks like. You have people posting it, trying to slide under the radar. Although some people are like very open about collecting counterfeits, they are not that open about it on their other media sites, wherever else they are in the Reborn community. And some people accidentally will like a page or will like a picture, and they don't even realize that by liking it, they're kind of giving a nod or a support inadvertently. Even if you say you're not aware of it, just, be aware of it. This is the stuff that's going on here in our community. That's basically, it's essentially ruining the hobby. Has made some artists decide not to release kits, have made some artists leave. For the most part, take a big long break from the community. So yeah, so these are the, you inadvertently contribute. Just make yourself aware. If you like this hobby and you want it, you appreciate the authenticity, you appreciate that a sculptor, what they have to go through to create something that is theirs, and they deserve to be paid for their work. If this is their business, they deserve to make money off of those things. Then buying a counterfeit is counterproductive, counterconducive to supporting the hobby. There's no way around it. It's counterconducive to supporting the hobby. You don't support the hobby if you're buying counterfeits. You don't support the hobby if you're inadvertently liking a picture because you didn't realize that person is, collecting counterfeits and showing off counterfeits. Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know. I just think everybody should be more aware of things. Katie, I know you're in here, and I just want to say that it's gotten a little bit chilly here. I mean, not extremely or anything. And let me take this out here. And we still haven't done this. Doesn't yellow look nice on him? We still haven't done this outfit, this Janie and Jack romper. My little said people are upset about market crashing, but some still supporting counterfeits and raffles and all that nonsense. I just saw a major counterfeit supporter entering a giveaway of the artist who is absolutely opposed to stealing sculpts and who is vocal about it. I find it atrocious, to be honest. Yes, and then you have these people who openly advocate for fakes still entering, legitimate artist contests and stuff, and it's how could you, you can't sit at both tables. That's Katie saying all the time. You can't sit at both chairs. You can't sit at both tables. So because it's counter-conducive, it's like it kind of counteracts your support of it, and the fact that you purchase it, it's counter-conducive to what we're trying to accomplish here, what we're trying to do here. So that's my spew on that. But I had something in mind, but I might just do this since it got a little bit nice and cool, and I'm thinking of doing some pictures with him in it if I feel like it, because that's another thing, like sometimes I just don't feel like it. I saw an artist friend post on Instagram that they were no longer really that into collecting in the hobby, and they've also crossed over into painting, and so they've decided to sell on a lot of their everything but maybe like 2 of what's in their collection, and that they no longer even feel inspired to photograph in their collection. And I could totally understand that. I could see how that could happen. So it gets well, let me pull his arm this way. It can get kind of repetitive. And if you slow down buying, then let me put his arm up. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of powder, just so we have that cat, my cat. I keep this completely covered. I know I don't keep him in this basket, this changing table basket. I keep him on the changing table, covered. And I sold a lot of dolls. I still have Tristan, I still have Levi, I still have my Fairy, which I'm selling, but I haven't really set a price on her. I thought I was gonna sell her. I don't know, I have to really look at what she still has. And she's in nice condition, my little Zodi Fairy. So I am thinking about selling her. I've just been procrastinating. And then I still have my Denver Rose, which I'm also considering selling. But I really like that kit. I really like that one. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. That's why, like, with some of the few that I still have left, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I should sell them or not. So I'm just like entertaining the thought, but I haven't really been so like proactively selling anything else. Let me just get his powder and a brush real quick. Let me get a few things here that I might want to do. Couldn't find my silicone powder. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of this mohair conditioner, even though this isn't mohair, it's alpaca. I'm gonna spray a little bit on the brush, just give it a little wet look. And I need to decide what I want to do. So I got Canyon his own, I already got him a sweater with his name on it, but now I have, because I just love my personalized stuff with their names on it. I have this with his name on it right there. It's knit and it's in white. I just love the way he looks in white. And the name is in like a beige or tan thread. And I have these little bunny booties, but it feels a little warm. Like it was nice and cool this morning, but got a little warm. Hang on 1 second. Okay, I needed to get some water. I'm thirsty. Okay, so I got that, like having my personalized stuff. He looks cute just like this. But I also got a new outfit. It's just a bodysuit. I might actually do this. I'm a little disappointed because I thought that this one had the cuff, like the cuffed scratch mittens, like the built-in cuffed mittens. And I do really think that he looks good in these colors, like white and blues. They suit him nicely. So I was thinking of that. Just let me take the tag off of it. I still have the tag on it. But then again, he was wearing the same colors before, so I don't know which colors I want to do. Let me just take this off, this tag off. Right, I'm gonna do this one, I think. And let me see if I can situate some socks for him. It always starts to get a little warm. Oh, maybe I can do these. Have you guys seen, you know how, you guys know PewDiePie, he and Maritza? They had a baby. Their baby's cute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that because even though the nights and the mornings have been cooler, it'll get up to like 75 to 80 during the day. It starts off all gloomy and then we get, oh, I really love this top. This is one of my favorite tops. It's a little on the wrinkled side right now. That's a Zara top. I've had this one for years. It's like a little 3D applique on the chest. Yeah, I think I am going to do the blue stripes and see what they look like with the stars and stripes, with the star socks. I think I will do that unless I get something else in mind. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this because I didn't even realize this before, that his tongue was completely removable. Oop, there's a little fuzz on there. I like that. So, I mean, I keep it safe in his mouth anyway. I don't like take it and put it away anywhere because the last thing I want to do is like misplace his tongue. But yeah, and I remember like I could see his tongue in there, but I remember some of the pictures by his artist had his tongue sticking out like a little bit, and which sometimes looks a little goofy. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Sometimes it looks a little goofy. I don't even think you guys can see that very well. But I'm just gonna tuck it back in because in like just deep inside there, because I don't want to lose it. Let's just keep it back there. So let's just do a little bit of powdering, just a little. Oh, you know what I'm going to do first so that I'm not like, first I'm going to just brush his hair a little bit with a little mohair conditioner. I just lightly sprayed like 2 or 3 spritz on the brush, and just to like get any dusties off. He's always under a blanket, but yeah. So that wasn't very much, actually. Let's get the back of his, I'm just gonna lift him up a little. Hope he's still in the view. You guys can still see him. See, this is why he needs a little powdering, because then I won't be sitting there picking any kind of like hairs off of him. There was ever like just the littlest bit of there, because I don't know how this will react with his silicone. And he also has like hairy little eyebrows. Hear my daughter squealing in there. Let you guys take a nice look at his face. His coloring is just magnificent. His little face. I wish his head would stay like that. Maybe I can put something back there. A little booty. So things we can do. I like that some silicone, I've seen other silicone dolls. I believe it's probably a Claire Taylor doll that I saw, that the neck, like the head, can move from each side to each side and will stay in that position. This one doesn't so much have that type of flexibility. I can have him, let me scoot him down. Hope he's still in the camera. I can have Canyon in a, like the fixed position there, which is just straight. Let me fix this a little here. Then if I want to manipulate it a little bit, I'd have to prop it to keep it a little to the side. And then a little bit to the other side, but it doesn't completely turn and rest one side and then turn and rest on the other side. I'd like to have something like that. As far as I know, I think I've only seen that in, and you guys, you know, correct me if I'm wrong or if you know, I haven't really seen it too much in anything outside of like Claire Taylor doll. And I can only think of one at this time that I saw that had that capability of turning its head and it staying to the side. There might be others, but yeah, some artists, some sculptors of silicone will do a pour in different ways and have more options, more flexibility, and not just flexibility like in the movement of the arms and stuff, but like in flexibility like the neck and the ability for it to stay to one side and the other side, or both sides. But that's when I always weigh, I'm like, you have it's the pros and cons with each one that you look at and you want to buy. It's pros and cons. So let me get, Okay, so my little world says my Rhea has that neck. My Cecil doesn't. I wish he did. Yeah, see, I noticed that on your Rhea because when you pose her, like I could see that her face drops further into her chest, which is kind of nice. I don't get that too much on this guy. I think your Cecil and my Pulsion, or my little Canyon here, but they don't have that. Let me just get his little peepee teepee and just move the diaper out of the way. Let's see here. Still thinking of which outfit I want. He's so cute though. He's so cute. Oh, so I was saying I keep this changing table basket covered completely with a very plush blanket because as much as I would like to control it, my cat will lay in it. And I don't want cat hairs all over here. So I have it, it's a very thick plush, and I will wrap it in it, and he comes in here and he lays, and he sits somewhere else. He sits somewhere completely different. And the good thing was, when the last time I did a video, I had kept him in this basket for a while, and my cat thankfully did not go in the basket with him. Instead, he went to the changing table where he wasn't. And I was like, okay, well, he went to the changing table. He didn't get on the doll. He avoided the doll being in so he avoided his little basket. I always tell my cat it's his basket. It's his basket now. But I do keep a very thick plush blanket over this one, wrapped up, so that the cat hairs aren't all over it. And when I want to use it, I just remove it and, wash that blanket, bring it back on, so that way I'm not getting a bunch of cat, even though I'm picking a few. It's not as bad as I think it would have been if I didn't have the plush blanket on it. But I can't prevent my cat from getting in the basket. A cat's gonna see a basket and they're gonna wanna curl up in it. So, and my animals come before my cats. I mean, before my dolls anyway. They're living, breathing beings, irreplaceable. They're the true one-of-a-kinds. So I do prefer, I do prioritize them first, their comfort, their happiness. So there he is. And I'm gonna decide, gotta love that chub belly though. His little chubbos. Yeah, he's pretty chubbo. I think one of the most popular full body silicones right now that I see a lot of by collectors and just being painted, because there's some collectors that don't share anything on any social media, but I think it's right now is Tadeo. I don't know how many there are in that edition that Doris has made. I'm gonna be honest, like I think that Tadeo is one of the most realistic full body silicones that I've seen. So I can totally understand why he's popular. I don't know how many there are in his edition though. Just seems like there's a lot. I do wonder that though. See, I wouldn't be able to buy one like Tadeo. And that's not a slight, I swear. As realistic as he is, I think he's really cute and realistic. And I've seen like different I've seen him in different shades and hairstyles. Some of them look similar. But I would still want something a little bit in smaller edition than even that. Hang on, okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on him. what did I do with, here it is. Like, what did I do with my matte powder? I've had this for a long time, so that the fact that it comes in such a small, well, not as small, how many ounces is this? Oh, this doesn't say. This is D3 Creations, just matte. I want to try other matting. I don't, this is the only one I've ever tried. Oh, wow, I closed it pretty tight the last time. But I know there's other options out there. So I just have some off the puff, and I'm just going to pick it up with my e.l.f. Flawless Face brush. Ooh, a little bit goes a long way. Hang on, I'm gonna put a mask on because I really don't wanna, it's so light. All right. Make sure these bristles aren't falling off. I love his little chubby fingers and his chubby hands. They're curled, but they're still nice and chubby. I don't have the best lighting in here right now. I avoid the eyelids because his eyelids have a cute little like glistening sheen on the top of his eyelids, and I don't think I'll be able to mess with it with this powder, but just in case. And I'm just lightly putting, let me, move his arm. So that, oh, that's one of my hairs here. So that when I put the clothes on him, it'll just go on smoothly. Oh, he's actually gonna have, not really gonna be putting anything over his legs, but oh well. Just I am gonna make sure I have some on his arms. This endlessly falls off. Oh, shoot. Ah, I dropped something here. I like how his artist painted him where he seems a little rashy. I remember my daughter, my oldest one especially, she had like she was just so, she's still allergic to everything, but she had the rashiest face, legs, torso, everything. I liked that the artist did that kind of detail, because you know, some of us, we don't have like the most peaches and cream babies. Again, disclaimer, nothing wrong with peaches and cream. Better say that. It's just for newborn, I think I always see more rashy. My experience, my own personal experience, get some of that little bit of hair off. There we go. So my daughter rushed for her for a sorority. She did sorority rush almost 2 weeks ago, and she got in. I won't say which sorority it is, but because you never know what kind of people are watching. I've had that experience here on YouTube, so I just won't tell you what it was, what sorority it is. But yes, she got into a sorority, so she was really happy about that. We were all happy for her. It was quite a little bit stressful, if I'm going to be honest, a little bit stressful. Let me get a diaper here. I think I'm gonna do, what size is this? I don't even know where I got this diaper from. I might do a disposable diaper, but I might not. Let me see. I might just do the little Joey. Maybe I'll just do a little Joey. Okay. Yeah, I'll just do little Joey. This one's cute. It has little kangaroos on it. It's a size 1. I'm gonna do the little Joey one. Oh, I'm getting a little warm here. This afternoon sun's coming in, and I had a sweatshirt on all day today because it was like overcast, and then, you know, the sun burned through the clouds. And it's not hazy overcast anymore. But now I'm a little bit hot. Where's that brush? Any little hairs? You know, I'm thinking about like when people have to paint, when an artist has to paint, a silicone artist especially. Well, I mean, same I guess for Reborn, except for when they're using the heat dry paints, they put them in the oven, and you know, they're not really going to be exposed to a lot of like debris or pet hair and stuff. But for a silicone artist, I wonder if like most will consider or take it into consideration to have maybe a separate studio where I'm going to put a little bit of silicone on his pacifier just so I can slide it in his mouth for a little bit, so that nothing sticks. You'd almost have to have like a debris free space for that, it would seem. And I just love looking at his belly button. Oh, this is okay. I need to get I don't have too many. Well, I do, but that I like as much as I like the little Joey. And honestly, well, he is pretty much a traditional newborn, but honestly, like the little Joey is my favorite one as far as the way it looks and stuff. Compared to the other white diapers that I have, I just don't like the way they look underneath the clothes and stuff afterwards. So we're gonna put his, this is a 0 to 1 month size, his little bodysuit, which I think I really like them mostly in bodysuits or t-shirts and diapers. Maybe I will do an outfit, but I just haven't had the urge to like put him in like a whole like outfit, you know what I mean? Like with trousers or overalls, like if he's gonna go out, you know? I don't know how to explain it. I mean, because I always consider like bodysuits and just a t-shirt and diaper like super casual. And I just feel like I don't know, I just don't want, I'm not in the mood yet, or I don't know if I ever will be, in the mood to put him in like clothes. Like if he was gonna go out to church or something. I don't go to church, but if he had some kind of occasion where maybe he needs to be looking a little bit more dapper and not so casual, you know? Oh, why can't I get that? Hang on, let me pick him up here. Put him on my lap. Struggling with that button right there. Okay. Well, I like the way the mohair conditioner worked on his hair. I mean, it was already like soft. Here, let me show you what I mean. Hold him in a way that you guys can see. Made it look even smoother. I guess every so often it might be good to just spray the brush a little bit. I'm not talking soaking wet, just enough to moisturize just the hairs, you know, moisturize the hair. And I wish that his neck did stay like that because I like the way he looks looking to the side. Let me try this. And his head will stay, that's the best I can do. That is the best. Oh, does he look handsome? I think he looks handsome in stripes. Oh, I need to show him from a different angle too. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit. There. There. Move this out a little bit there. And oh, don't fall, don't fall. There we go. Just down and, whoops, now I almost did it there. All right. Hope that's not too, oh. There. He looks cute. Should I put the socks on him? I think his little legs sticking up. I don't know. We'll see. see if I... Thinking about putting the socks on him, or should I just leave his little stinkies out? I might leave his little stinkers out. Let me see. Hi, all my tiny wonders. Not much, we're just changing an outfit. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna change his outfit, something to do on camera. And then still do my little spew on counterfeits at the beginning like I always do. Not much has changed. That's why I don't come on as often. There's not a lot going on here. I'm not opening up a bunch of dolls. Just watch out for the counterfeits that are out there, and the people who don't let them trick you either. They're calling them, they like to call them replicas, but because they're trying to rebrand the illegal counterfeits as something safe and okay to do. But the honest truth is that they're not replicas. They're just straight up counterfeits, because counterfeits has a negative connotation, and replica, I guess, to them just sounds innocent. You know, it sounds like they're not doing anything wrong. So that's the rebrand by a few people here on YouTube with the, you know, with a platform. So don't let them trick you into thinking that replica is anything other than counterfeit. It's just counterfeit. And I have all my other dolls put away because I'm really just doting on this guy. I don't have time for a bunch of dolls. His little face looks all fat. Little chubbo monster. But I don't know, I'm thinking I'll put his socks on because little baby's feet, they get cold. I think this is cute. He's wearing stars and stripes. And we'll just cover his little feet. I don't remember what brand these are, but they're in 0 to 3 months. I want to say they're Next. I think I got them from Next. And there's his stars, his little star socks and his striped bodysuit. And there we go. I wanted to do a little outfit change and let you guys take a little look. It is a new outfit. And that's all I have. I'm gonna try to take some pictures with this one for Instagram. I've been really lazy about that as well. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed seeing him. Thanks for stopping by, listening. I hope I kept you good company. I don't even know how long I've been on for. Almost an hour. Yeah, I only wanted to keep it like an hour because sometimes I just ramble on and I just keep going. So I hope you guys had a really nice weekend. And I will see you guys hopefully, I'm hoping the end of this week. I want to try to pop in again and maybe do another outfit change because we have a lot of outfit changes. Maybe I'll bring back Matthias, who we haven't seen in a while, my Levi. So maybe I'll have them both on. I just really enjoy playing with this one right now. So I haven't taken Matthias out, although he is really beautiful to look at still. So that is all I have for you guys today. Have a good evening. Oh, thank you. Hi, Basket and B. Oh, thank you. All right, guys. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.